A newest song from Post Malone and Chemical on 102.7. It's Mom FM. Good morning, West Michigan, 818 on your station playing your hit music. And joining us in the studio, something you can watch right now live on your Facebook page, as well as we're streaming this live on YouTube. It is Joe Knowles here from Smith & Eddy Insurance. Good morning to you. How you doing?
Good morning. Doing fantastic. Sun's out.
Yeah, absolutely. And enjoy these kind of days for sure. Let's talk about some things this morning. This is a special segment that we do on a regular basis. It is with the Lakeshore Home Builders Association. They're a team member and partner with the radio station, and they have a lot of great businesses just like Smith & Eddy that have partnered with them. And we're talking about things right now coming up into June. They've got the parade of homes that's happening. But Joe, you have been with the Home Builders Association in general for quite a long time, right?
Yeah, Smith & Eddy Insurance has a long relationship with HBA of Michigan and local HBA organizations, including Lakeshore HBA. And going all the way back to the days when they first formed, insurance was a big concern for local contractors. Finding workers' compensation insurance was super expensive for them. HBA was a driving force in trying to obtain more affordable coverage for contractors, and that's kind of how the relationship all started.
When it comes to insurance, do you think, and maybe it's changed a lot this day and age, but was that a challenge for a long time that businesses or even sole proprietors, small LLCs, so on and so forth, they just struggled to find a lot of those resources?
It definitely was a big problem. Local contractors hiring their first or second or third employee with very few safety measures in place that were driving work comp claims. And so big carriers, big companies were not willing to take on that risk. And it was becoming very expensive for contractors, in particular carpenters, home builders. And so, HBA was able to facilitate some group memberships and some group organizations that help those small contractors make it affordable for them.
All right. And one of those questions I'll ask you now, but also probably follow up with you. But there is a lot of benefits to being a part of the Lakeshore Home Builders Association. And sometimes it's like, well, what is the benefits? Is it just the membership? But no, you have reaped the rewards from being a part of it.
Definitely. The organization has been able to work closely with Frankenmuth Insurance, and Frankenmuth has a special HBA program just for HBA members only, that no one else can get those rates and no one else can get that opportunity. It's at least a 10% discount over the standard rate that other companies are offering, as well as special programs that provide discounts in their general liability insurance and allow our small contractors to afford their coverages that they need so much. That's
cool. All right, we'll dive a little bit more into that. In general, and I mentioned this before we went live on Facebook and YouTube, but you have your hands in a lot of things in the Scottville area to improve the Scottville area. Smith & Eddy Insurance as the vice president there with how many locations now?
We have 4 locations now: Grand Haven, Scottville, Manistee, and newly acquired Bear Lake Insurance.
Okay, very cool. And VP for Smith & Eddy Insurance. How long have you been there?
Gosh, a dozen years now or so, and then a dozen years before that with Farm Bureau. So 24 years I've been doing this thing called insurance.
Yeah,
so.
and it's great. And a member of the DDA, you're the president of the DDA, correct?
Yeah, chairperson of the Scottville DDA. We're working hard to revitalize downtown Scottville. Got that big community center park project going on. There's some new developments that are coming up with that. We're going to be excited to announce some of that in the very near future.
Very cool. We've seen some of the plans, but it's always changing, right? With the designs and everything that goes about it. You were at Rotary about a month ago, and showing us a little bit of that, and it looked like it was going to be, and it certainly will be, something great for the Scottville area. Can you share a little bit with the public this morning?
Sure. That's a community center project project that's taking place at the Bandshell location, the former Scaville Optimist building. It'll be a community center building renovation, so the building will come back online. It'll be an event venue as well as a community center for our local people. And then the parking upgrade will include a Bandshell renovation, ADA compliance, some accessibility concerns, improvements, and then of course a sculpture. Scottville will join the sculpture trail, the Mason County Sculpture Trail. So we're pretty excited about it.
That's very cool. Timeline-wise, obviously, timeline determines on funds, and as that progresses. But what does the timeline look like here in the near future?
Well, we are very close to entering into a contract with our sculptor.
Okay.
And so that design has been fairly finalized. And then we are looking to enter into some more agreements with some construction work beginning. We did hire a project management firm.
Okay.
And so that is kind of the beginning steps to getting some drawings and getting some work done and making final design plans.
All right. Looking forward to that. We're still a few years out, though, a couple years out probably.
I think, unfortunately, it's going to be not this summer when work begins. We may see a little bit of prep work start, but next year would probably be the go time, the beginning of it all.
All right, looking forward to that. Speaking of that, construction, the planning process and such, that is, again, benefits of being a part of the Lakeshore Home Builders Association. And when it comes to, if you don't mind, sharing that process of becoming a member and reaping the rewards from being a member, what is that process like if somebody's kind of on the fence a little bit out there?
Well, you can reach out to, go on the website, reach out to Brittany down at the Lakeshore HBA and their membership team down there, and they'll explain to you all of the benefits that contractors can obtain from being a member, including not only the collaboration with other people in the same industry, also, but they have special programs for purchasing building materials, discounts, rebates that come back to only HBA members. Truly, the membership fee is completely something that will be returned to you tenfold.
Oh, that's cool.
Becoming an HBA member, there are more benefits that I can list here today, including the insurance, of course, being one of them. But they do a wonderful job of explaining those. They have a great membership packet. They actually log you in online. You have a web page that you can go to and obtain all of that information specifically for you. It's fantastic.
That's cool. And you mentioned some of the benefits, and there's certainly this day and age with material costs that are out there and such. If we can, get a little bit of a discount from time to time, or a little bit of benefit in regards to what comes out of the pockets of our builders and manufacturers out there, then hopefully that savings passes down to the consumer.
100%. The HBA, they do a great job with training programs. They train their contractors. An HBA contractor is one who's been through rigorous trainings and other opportunities, learning the latest, most technologically advanced things within the industry. And like you had mentioned, they're going to be able to receive these special discounts on purchases that they're making to build your home or work on your project. So they're going to return that savings back to the consumer. So when you're out there looking for a new deck, a new addition on the home, or to build a new home completely, you should be looking for an HBA member contracted builder. That's
a great idea there. And you can start with going to the website lakeshorehomebuilders.com for the Lakeshore Home Builders Association. Start there. Joe, before we leave, let's talk real quickly about Smith & Eddy Insurance. What's happening there, and what's the benefit for the consumer there?
Well, Smith & Eddy Insurance is an independent insurance agency. We represent over 10 different insurance carriers in the state of Michigan, and it gives us the opportunity to work for you, the buyer of insurance products, and find the best deal out there with the best company and the best coverages that are going to fit you the most appropriately. We like to look at ourselves as a high-end, let us look at your program and tell you what you need and find the best price for that purchase that you need to make.
All right.
And we work as a partner with you, save you money.
Absolutely. And I think that's the big part, is that people are looking for that, affordable insurance, but also when that catastrophic event happens, to make sure that they have the best coverage, right?
Absolutely. Coverage is what's the most important thing. When we have a claim, we want to make sure that we've done our job and that we have the protection in place that's going to put you back whole again. That's what insurance is all about.
Very cool. If somebody wants to get a hold of you, how do they do it?
Well, they can reach out to our offices at Smith & Eddy Insurance at 231-757-4743, and that we have a central operating system. Anyone can call that number and get to any of our locations.
Okay.
And or they can go on our website at smith-eddy.com, and they can contact us there.
All right. And now that we're in springtime, is there I would assume during certain times of the year there might be a little bit more focus on this insurance product than that insurance product. What are we talking about here in May and in early June?
Well, in our area, it's all about boats, and it's all about cars coming out of winter storage, and toys, SUVs, travel trailers. We take a lot of calls this time of year as people are getting their fun toys back on the road. Our summer fun is underway, and we're certainly here to help people take care of those needs.
All right, sounds good. Joe Knowles from Smith & Eddy Insurance. 4 locations?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Congratulations on that. And the phone number for people to contact you at one more time?
231-757-4743.
All right. Anything we missed this morning that you wanted to chat about here?
No, I don't think so. That'll probably do it.
All right. And the door's open. We'll have you back in the future. For everybody else out there, make sure that you check out the Lakeshore Home Builders Association, not only from a potential member standpoint, but also from the consumer standpoint. And as Joe mentioned just a few moments ago, to select a Lakeshore Home Builders Association member for your next project. Joe, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It is 8:29 now on 102.7. It's Mom FM.
Bored at work? Liven up your workday with a visit from guys